Welcome to The View with Drew, and today we're going to do a ranking video. Today we're going to rank the Phase 4 MCU villains. Before we get started, let me say something quick. Namor from Black Panther Wakanda Forever won't be included in this list. The reason why Namor isn't included in this list is because I haven't seen Wakanda Forever. When I see Wakanda Forever, I will pin a comment on this video telling you guys my updated ranking. Dreykov isn't just the worst villain on this list, he is easily the worst MCU villain. He just sits around doing nothing. Crow could have potentially been a good MCU villain, but they barely did anything with this character. Also, the fact that they got Bill Skarsgård to play this character and wasted him is just a disgrace. The representation of Taskmaster and Black Widow was borderline horrible. The reason why Taskmaster isn't dead last on the list is because Taskmaster does get to do more than the last two on the list, but still not a good representation. Out of all the villains in Spider-Man No Way Home, the Lizard really doesn't have that much to do. However, he is better than the villains below him for two reasons. The first reason being is that Lizard isn't a terrible Spider-Man movie villain, he's just not as memorable as some of the others. Second, he isn't as beloved of a villain as Taskmaster, so the representation of him in these movies isn't disgraceful. Overall, the Lizard as a villain is just middle of the road. While Razor Fist is basically just a goon, he isn't a terrible villain and he does have a good fight scene with Shang-Chi on the bus. Sandman has some really cool fight scenes in No Way Home and some really funny moments. While this character doesn't have as much to do as other characters in No Way Home, he still has good moments. Electro was redeemed so much in No Way Home. Jamie Foxx has much better material to work with in this movie, his performance is good, and he has some really funny moments. I also love his redesign. Elizabeth Olsen's performance in Multiverse of Madness is the best she's ever been as Scarlet Witch. Elizabeth Olsen does a really good job making you feel Wanda's grief for her having to give up her children. Gorr the God Butcher is definitely one of the bright spots of Thor Love and Thunder. Christian Bale's performance is excellent, he has motives you understand, and he is very, very scary. Wen Wu is one of the best MCU villains of all time and one of the best superhero movie villains of all time. He has motivation you understand and he's a very sympathetic villain. His dynamic with Shang-Chi was very well done and Tony Leung's performance was flawless. Green Goblin and Doc Ock are easily the best Phase 4 MCU villains. Alfred Molina and Willem Dafoe both give flawless performances. They did a tremendous job playing villains who, despite being really evil, still showed humanity.